Awareness is the main game in meditation. While many paths and practices spend a long time building your consciousness up in this way or that in order to prepare you for recognizing awareness, I find it most helpful to give people a sense of what is meant by awareness, knowing, from within your experience, what is being pointed at by various practices and traditions can help you advance in your practice much, much more rapidly. So here, I'm just going to provide a few different inquiries for you to play with internally. Each of them is an inquiry. I have other resources I'll link to below, which talk about what that means if you want a bit of a deeper pointer. But basically, you're just asking yourself, your experience, some question. You might get a really clear response to asking that question, and you might not. If you don't, you can just keep sensing into what happens for you when the question is asked, continually leaning in. I'll be asking a number of questions during this meditation. Some of them will build off of earlier questions. Some of them will dig down and troubleshoot for when a question doesn't quite make sense. But in either case, just listen and follow along. And as always, if you find or experience something that seems significant to you, you're welcome to turn the recording off and to just soak it up. That's most helpful. And the questions in this audio might not be your doorway, which is okay. Different things work for different people. I have some other free resources on this site, or you can come to a meditation evening or a weekend with me. We will find something for you to work on. That is a guarantee. So we're just going to start with the most basic question, which is, are you aware? If that's a yes for you, how do you know? How do you know that you're aware? If you're not sure, or it doesn't seem clear, you can ask, are you here? Do you exist? For each of these, you can ask, how do you know? How do you know that you exist? How do you know that you're here? Are you aware of your hand? If that's a yes, you can ask, what is aware of your hand? Are you aware of me speaking? Where is that awareness? What is aware? Who is the I that is aware? What is the I that is aware? Do you exist? Yes. What is this knowing? What is this knowing that, yes, you exist? Where does that happen? How? How do you know that you exist? Where is that knowing? Where is that awareness? Is awareness inside of me? Where is that line between the awareness inside of me and what is not awareness? can I find anything in my experience which is not within that awareness? Is awareness inside of me? Are the objects in the world outside of me anywhere other than inside my awareness? Is it in your hand? Is the knowing of your hand inside of your hand? If your eyes are closed, you can open them and look at some object in the world. Is the knowing of the object inside of the object? Is it inside of you? Can you find the difference or the separation between the knowing of that object and this knowing that you exist? This knowing of awareness. Are you aware? So, as you can see, I could ask a million different questions like this in a million different ways. You can start to experiment like that with yourself, finding the edges of your experience, tracing them bit by bit from the inside. One of the things that I do as a meditation instructor, as a guide to consciousness, is to zero in on the kinds of questions that help you notice your awareness and deepen into it, which questions can be hilariously unique and individuated. But all of it is just an aid in developing, honing this intense curiosity about the nature of your experiencing, just as you experience. You can practice this as a kind of mindfulness. When you're turning on the sink, you can ask, "Am I aware of this sink?" And then turn into inquiring about that awareness. Whenever you remember, you can always turn towards awareness and develop familiarity with your own mind and life this way. For personalized meditation instructions and for more free resources, you can go to andrewlewisvenezia.life. Be well, be good, and be free.